What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Um, Let me know if you guys can hear me. Um, okay, wait a minute. Let me see something. Okay, y'all can't hear me. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Hey, Miss Linda Gamble, what's going on, Miss Janetta? I see you. Time Out Sports Podcast. Miss Siller. Hey, everybody. Hey, hey, hey. Listen. I wanted to, y'all know I had to do a video on this. It wouldn't be of me not to do a video on this, considering where I stand, and where I've always stand with the Shanquella Robinson case. Guys, I must tell you, I am, I feel like this situation is absolutely crazy. I still do want justice for this young lady. I will always say that there is a special place in hell for the Cabo Six. Um, and I mean, they have a seat right next to the devil himself. I'm not taking it back. I meant what I said. I just really think that this is crazy. Also, this video ain't gonna make it up in the algorithm like it should. The fact that y'all concerned about things outside of this and the election and other things kind of be telling me where your mindset be at. But anyway, we're gonna get into this, honey. We're gonna get into this lawsuit, because I feel like this needs to be this. Always, I feel like we need to bring this stuff to the light. Period. Point blank. Y'all know they did Shanquella wrong. Y'all know they did this girl wrong. And just think about it. Miss Salamandra has had 2 Christmases, or going on 2 Christmases, without her daughter. 2 Thanksgivings, 2 birthdays without her daughter, who was unalived by 6 disgusting individuals that would leave Mexico, pretend like they needed to go grab them a bite to eat after knowing what they already did, only to go to the airport so that they can head on back over here to the US. Man, you got to be a dirty something to think or to ever just feel like that stuff. Like, that's crazy. Okay. Anyway, we're going to get into this lawsuit. It was a lawsuit filed. And so we're going to get into it. I'm not going to share my screen because I did not retract any names, because I needed to go ahead and get this taken care of. So hold on 1 second. Y'all, please make sure you guys hit that like button as you guys come in, please, so that it can make sure this gets in the algorithm, and so people will know what's going on. All right. So we have a lawsuit here. It's the state of North Carolina, county of Mecklenburg. Ms. Salamandra Robinson, individually and as personal representative of the estate of Shanquella Robinson, which is the deceased. And the plaintiffs are Dejanay Jackson, Elise Hyatt, Malik Dyer, Winter Donovan, Khalil Cook, Nazir Tyree Wiggins, the United States Department of State, and the Federal Bureau of Investigations. All right. Come now, plaintiff Salamandra Robinson, individually and as personal representative of the estate of Shanquella Robinson, deceased, by and through undersigned counsel, complaining of the actions and the inactions of Dejanay Jackson, Elise Hyatt, Malik Dyer, Winter Donovan, Khalil Cook, Nazir Tyree Wiggins, and the state I'm sorry, the United States Department of State and the Federal Bureau of Investigations. Okay, and so it's letting us know the jurisdiction. We do know the parties who are involved. Okay, I will let you guys know. Y'all know that this is public information. However, there are addresses on here, and I kind of wanted to keep that. I didn't want to put that on the screen. So we're going to get into the factual allegations. Shanquella Robinson was a vibrant and driven 25-year-old who had already established herself as a remarkable entrepreneur and and a beloved community member. As a proud college graduate, she pursued her degree with dedication and passion, embodying the spirit of hard work and perseverance. In addition to her business endeavors, she had a special talent for braiding hair, particularly for children. This skill allowed her to build strong relationships with families in her community because she offered a service that brought confidence and joy to young clients. Her gentle demeanor and creativity made her a favorite amongst kids and parents. Before her entrepreneurial journey, Shakula was also a cheerleader known for her infectious enthusiasm and dedication to her team. Mm, mm, mm. Her leadership skills were evident in every aspect of her life, inspiring those around her to strive for the best. Tragically, her life was cut short, leaving a profound impact to her community and loved ones. She is remembered not only for her accomplishments and excitement for travel, but also her kindness, positivity, and the light that she brought to the lives of so many. Defendants Dejanay Jackson, Elise Hyatt, Malik Dyer, Winter Donovan, Khalil Cook, and Nazir Wiggins. They are referred to in this lawsuit as the Cabo Six defendants, were believed to be friends of the descendant Shanquella Robinson. They weren't no damn friends. Let's be very clear about that. Hello to everyone who is coming in. They want no friends. They just want no friends. Okay. They were not friends. All right. Y'all, please hit that like button for me because, you know, y'all knew I was gonna report on this. I made sure I did it before I got too sleepy or too tired to do it. So if my energy level is kind of down, it's the sensitivity of this story, but then also too my energy is down a little bit. All right. So Khalil Cook, knowing Shanquella the longest and the best, invited her to join the Cabo Six defendants on what was supposed to be a fun and safe luxury vacation to Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, in October of 2022. Shanquella was invited to attend the trip to Mexico at the last minute because other guests declined and otherwise canceled their plans to join. When she arrived to Puerto Los Cabos, Villa Linda in Mexico, or on or about October the 28th of 2022, Shanquella spoke with her mother, Salamandra Robinson. Neither Shanquella nor her mother knew that would be the last call or the last conversation that they had. On or about October 29, 2022, the rest of the Cabo Six defendants arrived at the villa in guest register attached as Exhibit A, and they do have it as an exhibit attached and fully incorporated by reference herein. On or about October 29, 2022, defendant Dejanay brutally attacked Shanquella Robinson in one of the bedrooms at the villa. Defendant Dejanay repeatedly punched Shanquella in the face, neck, head, and other parts of her body. During the attack, Shanquella was naked, completely exposed, and unable to respond or defend herself. Still, defendant Dejanay tossed Shanquella around the room in um in the presence of the other Cabo Six. Not one of the other Cabo Six defendants intervened to assist Shanquella, while defendant Dejanay violently and relentlessly um attacked her. You know what's crazy to me? There shouldn't have been nothing in this world that allowed that to happen and not one of them stepped in. And that's how you know it was a planned attack. That's how you know it was a planned attack. Not one of them stepped in and intervened. Now, one of the Cabo 6 defendants attempted to contact local law enforcement during the attack. Instead, the members of the Cabo 6 defendants um, revealed at the spectacle and recorded the incident that would be shared later on social media. Sorry, y'all. Um, okay, perfect. Multiple members of the Cabo 6 defendants can be seen watching the brutal attack with phones out and heard yelling at Shanquella, not defendant Dejanay. The attack continued for several minutes. Upon information and belief, defendant Winter FaceTime defendant Dejanay's boyfriend so that he could watch the attack. Upon information and belief, defendant Dejanay's boyfriend cheered her on as she continued to strike Shanquella. Upon information and belief, there was nothing Shanquella could have done to warrant this fatal attack. No one tried to console or help Shanquella with her severe and apparent pain, painful injuries. Now, you know what's also interesting with this? Y'all remember Nazir with his lying ass looking like Squidward from up under the sea. Y'all remember that he said that he sung to Shanquella. Boy, boy, y'all remember that? When members of the Cabo 6 defendants finally called the Villa concierge hours later, they requested medical personnel to get Shanquella hydrated and implied that she needed to be treated for alcohol poisoning. Shanquella was not verbally responsive and was lethargic prior to the doctor arriving upon the scene. Defendant Khalil contacted Solomon Robinson advising that Shanquella had alcohol poisoning and that the Cabo 6 defendants were going to put her in the shower. When the doctor arrived, Shanquella was unable to advocate for her own medical treatment to advise the doctor that she had been beaten because her injuries rendered her unable to speak. None of the Cabo 6 defendants told the doctor that Shanquella was a victim of a blatant force to the head and neck, of blunt force, I'm sorry, to the head and neck. None of the Cabo 6 defendants provided any information to the doctors about the brutal attack. The Cabo 6 defendants continuously told the doctor that Shanquella was sick from drinking too much alcohol and did not need to be transported to the local hospital for immediate medical attention. After taking Shanquella's vitals, it became clear to the doctor that Shanquella needed more than hydration. The doctor implored the Cabo 6 defendants Shanquella's immediate to authorize that Shanquella's immediate transportation to the hospital and notified her supervisor when the Cabo 6 defendants indicated that they would provide authorization attached as Exhibit B and fully incorporated by reinforced here in the physician's interview report. And we went over that some time ago. Her vital signs were dangerously abnormal, and the Cabo 6 defendants denied Shanquella this life saving treatment by refusing to authorize transportation for her. The Cabo 6 defendants insisted that Shanquella only be treated with fluids for alcohol poisoning. The doctor reportedly requested authorization from the Cabo 6 defendants to transport Shanquella via ambulance to the hospital because her vital signs were weakening. Furthermore, the doctor provided information about local public hospitals that could treat Shanquella at no cost. The Cabo 6 defendants refused. See Exhibit B. Defendant Khalil called Solomon Robinson and told her that Shanquella needed medical treatment for dehydration. Defendant Khalil requested Shanquella's social security number, insurance information, and $5,000. Now, what I find very interesting here, Khalil was her best friend. Okay, so that's why he was the one that called. Also, remember, he was the one who invited her on the trip last minute. Okay. Salamandra Robinson provided the social security number and advised that everything else would be in her purse. Defendant Khalil never told Salamandra Robinson that Shanquilla was dying, was violently attacked by defendant Dejanay, or otherwise unsafe. Instead, defendant Khalil insisted that Shanquilla was merely dehydrated and needed an IV. Also, what's interesting about this, so if the $5,000 was in Shanquilla's purse. Now I'm just going based off of this lawsuit, right? The mom is saying that everything else that you need besides her social security number is in her purse, right? So that means to me, and I don't know why this was not further investigated, but this is just me thinking, why did they not investigate her finances? Because and now, unless it was cash, she had 5,000. Well, would you have had to transfer that over to some? My thing is this right here. To me, you use the $5,000 to get back home. Okay, because everybody knows that if you book a flight when you go somewhere and you change that flight, unless you are a you are going to have to pay for a revised ticket. Okay. There's going to be a price that you are going to have to pay. And in my opinion, they used the $5,000 to help get home faster than what it was when they were there. They were supposed to be there a certain number of days. They weren't there those certain number of days. They had to get back home some type of way. And in my opinion, they used that money to get back home. Okay. So just want to say that. All right. Um at At all times during the final moments of Shanquella's life, Salamandra Robinson was unable to communicate directly with the villa staff, local law enforcement, or medical personnel to get the truth of her daughter's condition. The doctor requested help from the Cabo 6 defendants so that she could attempt to, you know, wake up, regain conscious. Defendant Malik remained in the room while all of the other members of the Cabo 6 defendants left. When Shanquella no longer had a pulse, the doctor called 911 to notify law enforcement that emergency personnel were needed. Three emergency medical service personnel arrived at the villa, including the Mexican Red Cross. All three ambulance agencies confirmed that Shanquella could not be transported to the hospital at this time because she no longer had any measurable vital signs. Shanquella was pronounced unalived at the villa in the presence of medical personnel and all of Cabo 6 defendants on October the 29th, 2022. According to the autopsy report, Shanquella Robinson's cause of death was a spinal cord injury and atlas luxation attached as Exhibit C and fully incorporated by reinforced herein is an excerpt of the autopsy report. Police officers arrived to prepare the necessary paperwork that Shanquella's body, um, th- to take Shanquella's body, I'm sorry, to the morgue. Enforcement defendant Khalil claimed that Shanquella got the bruises on her head and arms from a fall in the pool. At no point during the interview did he inform law enforcement of defendant Dejanay's violent attack on Shanquella. Furthermore, defendant Khalil never told the doctor or any responding physicians that Shanquella fell in the pool. Shortly after law enforcement arrived at the villa, the Cabo 6 defendants packed their belongings and requested transportation to get dinner. Defendant Dejanay and defendant Khalil took Shanquilla's belongings and suitcase with them as they exited the villa. Neither defendant, Dejanay nor any of the other Cabo 6 defendants, checked out of the villa. Once in the vehicle, the Cabo 6 defendant told the driver to take them to a hotel near the airport. Now, everybody know if you go into a hotel near the airport, you was booking into the airport. Okay. The Cabo 6 defendant returned to the United States the next morning, a full day ahead of schedule, without disclosing the attack or the injury sustained by Shanquella to the Mexican authorities. When the Cabo 6 defendants arrived in North Carolina, each of the defendants worked in concert um, to conceal information about the facts and the circumstances of Shanquella's death from her family and law enforcement. Defendant Dejanay and defendant Khalil came to Salamandra Robinson's home and returned Shanquella's suitcase. In Salamandra Robinson's home, while she was grieving um, the immeasurable loss of her child, defendant Dejanay and defendant Khalil offered their condolences for Shanquella's passing from alcohol poisoning. Salamandra Robinson became ill and experienced and exhibited symptoms of sleeplessness, anxiety, depression, and other forms of severe mental distress as a result of learning of her daughter's untimely death. The disturbing video footage depicting the defendant Dejanay beating Miss Robinson was released on or about November 15, 2022, and to circulate the internet. Still images of the viral video are attached to Exhibit D and fully incorporated and referenced herein. Weeks after Shanquella's death, Cabo 6 defendants continued to um, perpetrate the lie that alcohol poisoning was Shanquella's cause of death. The Cabo 6 defendants did not warn or advise Salamandra Robinson that the footage of Shanquella Robinson being brutally attacked in the last moments of her life would be circulating the internet. Upon watching the footage, Salamandra Robinson experienced renewed anxiety, depression, and other forms of severe mental distress. This is crazy. Salamandra Robinson's trauma was aggravated as a family member, friend, and strangers discovered the video. Further media outlets played the video repeatedly on television and on social media platforms. I couldn't keep playing that video, y'all. We talked about it, but I couldn't keep playing that video. Salamandra Robinson continues to suffer from mental distress as a result of defendants' wrongful actions and um, watching the triggering footage. All right. So here is where I believe we get into why she is suing the FBI. Okay. The FBI informed Salamandra Robinson that it opened an investigation into the unaliving of Shanquella Robinson in November of 2022. In April of 2023, the FBI advised Salamandra Robinson, her family, and the public that no enforcement proceedings would commence, and the agency would not be pursuing a federal prosecution of any of the Cabo 6 defendants. An initial record request seeking non-exempt FBI records from 10/29/2022 to 8/1 of 2023 related to Shanquella Robinson was mailed in compliance with the Freedom of Information Act on August 31st of 2023, 4 months after the federal agents stated that the conclusion of their investigation or stated their conclusion to their investigation into Shanquella Robinson's death. On September 28th of 2023, the FBI responded to the request identifying responsive records and assigning the FOIA request and then it gives the number. The FBI advised that these records were exempt from disclosure under, and it gives a USC number. Exempt to infer with with enforcement proceedings, and this record request was closed. Okay. It says, despite formally closing the case, the FBI refused to return Shanquella's property or provide additional details of their investigation. A year after the federal agents publicly announced the discontinuation of their investigation of Miss Shanquella Robinson's unlawful death overseas, a renewed record request was made on May 10th of 2024. The FBI responded on June the 6th of 2024, and the agency did not, however, confirm or deny the existence of the responsive records. Furthermore, the FBI's June the 6th response did not indicate whether the request was being processed when I'm sorry, if the request was being, oh yeah, I was right, processed when documents were expected to be released, whether any exemptions applied to the requested documents. I wish DG was in here. To the requested documents, or whether the responsive records would be posted to the FBI's electronic um, FOIA library, which is better known as the vault. The information indication that responsive records may be identified was the request, and then it gives the request number, which was identical to the 2023 request. So they're saying that the request was the same. In an email received on June the 13th of 2024, the FBI denied the renewed request by stating the estimated date of the by stating the estimated date of completion would be somewhere within, y'all get this, 2010 days, over 5 years. Whew, my. In an attempt to justify this unreasonable delay of over 5 years, the FBI criticized the request as complex. According to the agency, requests are processed in the order in which they are received through the multi-tracking processing system. According to the FBI, complex requests are requests having over 40 pages of potentially responsive documents. These requests are then assigned to a large track if the potentially responsive pages are between 501 and 5,000. Okay. The agency aims to further extend the timeline by claiming the search for the responsive records is ongoing for the request. So we do not yet know into which track it will fall. So the basically what the FBI is doing was they were giving these timelines, they were giving these excuses, so to speak, and that's why they're suing. The FBI claims it will take over 5 years to produce previously identified documents related to the investigation that took the agency 6 months to close. Now, they had already closed it, but couldn't provide any of the information. That's crazy. An appeal of this denial was submitted on behalf of Salamandra Robinson and was denied. Cause of action. Okay. Hold on, y'all. Okay. I'm trying to see what I don't have to repeat. Um, Okay, so this is just repeating. So the cause of action is count one, wrongful death. It's for Dejanay Jackson. B, count two, simple battery, Dejanay Jackson. Um, Count three, negligence, the Cabo six defendants, all six of them. Count four, civil conspiracy, the Cabo six defendants. Count five, intentional infliction of emotional distress, Cabo six. Count six, negligent infliction of emotional distress, the Cabo six defendants. Um, Count seven, negligence, the Department of State. Count eight, negligence, the Federal Bureau of Investigations. Count nine, the USC failure to promptly release records. And now we are to the prayer of relief. Hey, Terry. Hey, everybody coming in. Hey, everybody listening. The entry of judgment against Dejanay Jackson in favor of plaintiff in the wrongful death, and she's asking for 25,000. Um, the entry of judgment against Dejanay Jackson in the favor of the plaintiff, another 25,000. The entry of judgment against each of the Cabo six, and it's 25,000. So they're pretty much asking for all of the counts that I just told you guys. They're asking for 25,000. I was hoping that DG was in here because I did want to ask her a couple of questions in regards to this. I have a couple of lawyer friends that I think I'm gonna reach out to because I do have questions, and y'all know how I feel about this situation. It is dear to my heart, and has always been dear to my heart because I don't know. I just always put a sister or a niece or someone in Shanquella Robinson and where she was. It just really just hurts my heart to hear the continuation of us, well, us, but her family not receiving the justice that they absolutely deserve. I did see a video on TikTok. I saw a video on TikTok where they were out, like three of the Cabo six was out celebrating one of them girls' birthdays. It was one of their birthdays. I won't say it was Elise's birthday or something like that. I think. I think it was like Elise's birthday, and they was out kicking it and laughing and kikiing and just living their everyday life. I don't know how y'all are able to even come outside and show your ugly face. I don't understand it. I will never understand it. How are y'all able to come outside and show your ugly face? How are you able to eat? I am gonna keep praying that y'all don't even get to take a poop and it's comfortable. Okay. I hope when you pee it burn. Because again, it's a special place in hell for all of the Cabo Six. I hope that you are so uncomfortable every time that you close your eyes. I pray you see Shanquella. That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about it. Y'all know this is again near and dear to my heart, and I will keep you guys updated on this. Um, but I had to do a video uh in regards to this. Today marks 2 years, y'all. 2 years. October the 29th. And Miss Salamandra had no idea that this would be the last time that she spoke with her baby. I pray for her mental health. I also pray for the sister. I'm kind of noticing that they're not really mentioning the sister much anymore. I don't know what that's about. I will also tell you guys this because I have to be honest with y'all. There was a period of time where I stepped away from this because there was a lot of like drama going on. And I ain't really just want to have no parts in that. Um, and when I say drama going on, there was drama going on with Sue Ann Robinson and you know Shanquella's sister and some people online, and they were going back and forth. And I wanted to steer clear of that, but it really did. I don't know if that's what made her kind of like step back a little bit. Um, but I have it wasn't a good situation, and I can only imagine how tense and how frustrated and how angry. They have a right to be angry. I was listening to someone earlier today and they was like, they need to let that anger go. And I was like, what the hell is wrong with y'all? These people have a right to be angry. You know why they have a right to be angry? They have a right to be angry because they do not have the answers that they need. They do not have the closure that they need. So that's just how I feel about this. I feel like the FBI in this situation, I feel like they dropped the ball. I feel like the Mexican authorities dropped the ball. I feel like everyone dropped the ball when it came to Shanquella, and I am going to continue to forever speak on this. I'm going to continue to forever speak on Black women and them receiving the justice that they deserve, and she deserves justice. I'm gonna keep on fighting till she get it. And I know her mama not gonna stop. Her mama not gonna stop. So I wanted to bring that to you guys. Okay. I wanted to bring that to you guys. I'm pretty sure some have maybe heard it on other channels because I did see a lot of people talking about it today, and I was so here for it. We need to be discussing this more often. Things like this because it it's necessary to. Okay. Um, I don't watch that video anymore. I watched that video maybe once or twice, and I was done with it. People were like, slow the video down and look at. I'm not doing that. I can't. Just looking at it is enough. Like it's enough. It sends me. It just it's enough. It's enough. Okay, it's enough. All right. Much love to you guys. I hope that you guys enjoy your evening. If you do watch the replay of this, please let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Please also keep it respectful. If you are not respectful, I will remove your comment. Because in situations like this, we will not be insensitive. We will not be dismissive. We will not be any of those things. So just make sure that you're not being disrespectful. Again, your comment will be deleted. Okay. Don Dons, I appreciate you guys for tuning into this. I will be sure to share this out so that we can make sure that it gets to the masses and that everybody knows what's going on in the Shanquella Robinson case. Okay. This is one of the many videos that I have to do. But it is the last one for today. Okay. All right. With that being said, I hope that you guys have a great evening. I may perhaps see you out in these YouTube streets. I have to, yeah. I'll see y'all later. Okay. Good night, y'all.